The first is the National Housing Data Program, which seeks to establish a credible, reliable, and sustainable national housing data ecosystem that will support evidence-based policy making, improve planning, strengthen investment decisions, and enhance the monitoring and evaluation of housing interventions across our dear country. The second is the regulation of the built environment, which seeks to strengthen regulatory oversight, promote compliance with established standards, and improve professionalism within the construction industry, and address the persistent challenge of building collapse through coordinated institutional reforms. Honorable Minister, ladies and gentlemen, as we are all aware, Nigeria's housing sector has for many years been challenged by fragmented data systems, inadequate coordination among institutions, and weak regulatory enforcement. These limitations have constrained effective planning, reduced investor confidence, and affected the overall quality, safety, and sustainability of housing development nationwide. Recognizing these challenges, the ministry inaugurated a 13-member National Housing Data Steering Committee, which I had the privilege of chairing alongside the 20-member Technical Committee in August 2024 to develop a sustainable framework for the establishment of the National Housing Data Center. Following months of extensive technical work and stakeholder consultations, the Technical Committee, under the leadership of Dr. Olatinwo, submitted its final report in December 2025, which was accepted by the Honorable Minister as a major intellectual, technical, and institutional milestone for the housing sector. The committee's work has provided Nigeria with a scientifically derived estimate of the national housing deficit. It developed a comprehensive national housing data framework and implementation strategy and laid the foundation for the establishment of the National Housing Data Center. The recommendation to domicile the program within the PRS department has already been implemented, while the concept note for the establishment of an SPV, a special purpose vehicle, as a long-term institutional framework has been approved. An implementation committee has equally been inaugurated to drive the operationalization of these recommendations. In addition, following the increasing incidence of building collapse across the country, the Honorable Minister constituted a ministerial task team to review the underlying causes and recommend comprehensive reforms aimed at strengthening the regulation of the built environment. The recommendations arising from that assignment, together with other ongoing regulatory initiatives of the ministry, form an important component of our deliberations during this workshop. Over the next 3 days, participants will deliberate on several strategic issues captured in the workshop agenda. These include the validation of the National Housing Data Framework and Implementation Strategy, review of the governance framework for the proposed National Housing Data Center, validation of housing data standards, methodologies, and data sharing arrangements among stakeholders, and consideration of practical strategies for ensuring the sustainability of the National Housing Data Program. Participants will also examine the report of the Ministerial Task Team on the incessant building collapse in Nigeria, deliberate on strategies for the effective implementation of the National Building Code, consider establishment of a National Developers Registry, review the proposed national framework for certification, registration, and regulation of artisans and craftsmen, and discuss other policy and institutional reforms aimed at strengthening the regulation of the built environment, therefore improving public safety. The successful implementation of these initiatives will require sustained collaboration among governments at all levels. Professional bodies, regulatory agencies, developers, financial institutions, academia, and development partners. Your participation and contributions are therefore critical to ensuring the final outcome of this workshop reflect broader stakeholder ownership and practical implementation strategies. I therefore urge every participant to actively engage in the discussions, provide objective and constructive contributions, share experiences and best practices, and work collaboratively towards producing outcomes that will strengthen Nigeria's housing sector. Honorable Minister, I am confident that the recommendations emerging from this workshop would not only provide the roadmap for the successful implementation of the National Housing Data Program, but will also strengthen the regulatory framework for the built environment, enhance public confidence in the construction industry, improve building safety, and support the delivery of decent, safe, and affordable housing for all Nigerians. On behalf of the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, I sincerely appreciate your presence and commitment to this important national assignment. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.